All right, welcome back. On realcopstoriesvideos.com, over 370 cop stories. Look them up, please. Gangs, vice, a lot of vice, like gross alerts, a lot of naked people. One was good. He's a guy naked except for women's panties over his head, chasing a women's equestrian club down a path. Fantastic. Okay, he got tackled on his hoo-ha. Anyway, look those up. They're really funny, man. No, seriously. Anyway, so in addition to that, you have over 200 question and answers. So you're going to ask me a question, email me at rsbcopstories@gmail.com. I'll answer you directly, and then we'll put it on video. Okay, so here's another cop story. Okay, these are slowly, I'm almost out, but they're slowly bleeding in whenever I talk to one of my partners or see something that reminds me of it. I worked with my first lady officer. I had 11 years on, and she had 6, and she joined me on a gang unit. And very sharp girl, very sharp lady, and she called her girl, what they call them lady, sharp officer. Was leery of her first, never had a female with me. She was a nice sized woman. She was not fat, she was in shape. She was a star softball and soccer player at one of the local colleges, all collegiate. She's probably like 5'9", maybe 140 pounds, but solid, nice, aggressive person. We got along very well. I screamed and moaned when they put her with me, and then a year later I screamed and moaned because they wanted to separate us. Okay, how does that work? Anyway, so a very sharp gal. So I'll tell you what happened one of the nights. We had like 7 or 8, depending on the night, 2-person units working this gang unit at night. And of course we were one of them. She was the only lady of all 16 of us. And we hit an area, like one night we worked Hollywood area, one night worked another South Central area. Basically flood the area looking for gang members to arrest, investigate, interview, whatever. And so obviously if they had any females, they would call her to the scene and she would help search them under their bras and all that stuff, you know, which is the proper way to do it. So one night we made a stop. It was two girls in a car. Gang girls, which is really weird. People say gang girls. Well, they had a lowered Chevy. Their hair was all up. You know, we saw them at a light. So one girl had tattoos on her hand, and they had the age, you know, 19 years old. They had the look of maybe gang ladies, gang kids. So some minor, like I think one of their tail lights was burnt out or something. We pulled them over. Get them out of the car. Come out of the car. Come out of the car. She's like this. Get them out. Get the driver out. Put it on the hood of our car. The other girl comes out. We both had purses. So, do you have any ID? And the first thing we ask, obviously. And they were gang members. They had tattooed on they had teardrops on their face. They had gang tattoos on their neck. They were gang members. And so I thought, oh, good. We don't often stop lady gang members like this. 2 in a car. They're, you know. So another unit pulls up. They say, you guys, would you mind searching the car? Because, you know, based on them being gang members and our experience with the gang, this gang had been involved in the shooting. Want to see if there's anything in the car. Okay, so these 2 officers, sure, they go and search the car. And we smelled like marijuana, and it was beer. I mean, it wasn't just because we decided to search the car for nothing. There was a lot of variables involved here. Okay, a lot of things that we could go in there legally. Obviously, we wouldn't have done it. We couldn't. So, you have ID? No. Pasha says, yeah, I got ID. And she had a purse on the, she goes for the person, very sharp. My partner grabs her wrist. What are you doing? Well, I'm getting my ID. No, we didn't say get your ID. Do you have ID? Well, it's in there. Okay. So I already had the other girl purse off to the side. He goes, just stand over there. Move around a little bit. Partner grabs the purse. It's kind of heavy. Oh, I got a lot of stuff in there. Okay, fine. So she gets a flashlight, looks in there, and then she looks at me and she goes like this. My partner goes. We worked together a while. So I swoop around to one side, put the cuffs on her. Okay. Then I came back to the other girl, put the cuffs on her just for general purposes. We hadn't been searched yet. They were just freshly out of the car. And says, I can't search females unless I see a gun. I got to wait until she does. So I had her cuffed and I pulled her arms up away from her back just in case. So so my partner looks at me, she goes like this. It means there's a gun in the purse. So she reaches in there, pulls out a little 25 auto. Okay. So one in the chamber, fully loaded. Another magazine in there. That's why it was heavy. Okay, so I don't know what you're talking about. It's not mine. It's your purse. Okay. That's not my purse. I borrowed it. Okay. Well, there's another story I told you about on realcopstoriesvideos.com. Stop someone reaching their pants. That's not my pants. It's not my dress, not my shirt, not my whatever. Okay, she says not my purse. Really? So she pulls out her ID. Your ID's in here. It's not my purse. I borrowed it. Okay, fine. Well, they're trying to, get away from the gun. Okay, fine. That's fine. Crooks do that. They lie. So we checked everything out. The car was clean. I wrote her a ticket for having a bad tail light and one of the tires was bald. We just did like that just to let them know that we're watching them and we don't appreciate this. Okay, and plus we had a gun in here. So okay, fine. So it's a misdemeanor in California to carry a concealed weapon, not a felony. So we came back to the station. My sergeant gets there. Hey, good arrest, good everything. We got a gun off the street, prevented a shooting, possibly. Who knows what? Could have been. She reached in that purse and pulled that gun out. It would have got really ugly fast. Okay, even though we were ready, she's going to get the first shot off. By the time we see her pull that thing out, it's going to be not going to be good. And so we talked about that actually later on. And she said, my partner says, well, if she'd pulled that gun, we would have had a shootout. I go, yeah. And I told my partner, you know what I would have done? What? I would have shot her girlfriend just for general purposes. He goes, what? I said, I don't know what she has. She wasn't handcuffed. I might have shot her. Goes, wow, I don't know what I would have done. I can't shoot someone unarmed. But anyway, so we were just making jokes about that. Okay, so now we booked her. Case closed, we're done. 2 weeks go by, we get a subpoena, go to court. We are officers of the law. We tell the truth, we don't make up stuff. Okay, most people think we make up stuff. We don't have to make up stuff. It's so simple, it's bizarre. It's beyond words. She's on the stand, I'm sitting in the audience because she's going to testify on taking the weapon. It's a court trial. Tells exactly what I told you. Okay. Defense gets up there. Did you know there was a gun in there? No. Why did you search the purse? And she said, which is honest, said, well, women with purses we found in the past sometimes carry weapons. That's the only reason why you did that. Well, the purse was heavy. Well, it could have been makeup. They always make up. Could have been. That's in their defense attorney playbook when they graduate from college, their law school. No, this make up stuff. Let's make up stuff. Okay. I have a lawyer friend of mine who cracks up when I say that. It's a make up stuff book. They hand them the book when they graduate. Here you go. You go to a trial. You go, it's everything in there. Blame you, blame the victim, blame society, blame everybody. Blame the dead guy. Certainly wouldn't want to say, you know what, I did it. Give me my penalty, I'll go home. No, I'll do that. Okay. Anyway, I'm off on a side thing. All right, so anyway. So then she testifies, right? So then they want the gun suppressed. If the gun's suppressed, then the case is over. Okay, so I'm sitting there with it was a city attorney because it was a misdemeanor case. So the judge goes, all right, I rule in the favor of the defendant. The gun will be suppressed as evidence, and the suspect is able to go free, and the case will be cleared, and all that stuff. And I'm looking at the judge like, I have 11 years on. I'm like, I see my partner sitting there, and she's looking at it, and she gets out, and she stands up, and I look at her, and I go, sits back down. The judge saw her. I went, uh-oh. So then the defense says, thank you, Your Honor. Big smile on his face, looks over at us. I don't care. I'm just here on overtime. I'd like to see someone get, something for what they did, but I'm just here. I'm not a judge. Okay. I wasn't happy, though. This is great. I said, now what are we going to do? We see somebody with a purse. We're going to give them the purse. Here you go. And go ahead and look inside the purse. Is that what they want us to do? It doesn't make any sense. Okay. So the judge says, okay, thank you very much. The courtroom was virtually empty. And I'd like the two officers and the city attorney to stay behind, please. He's going to make a statement about my look, because I rolled my eyes, and about my partner standing up. She was hot. Okay. So everybody leaves. He opens up his robe, which means it's off the record. Opens up his robe, comes down around, and leans against the court reporter is already up and gone. And the lady clerk's standing there, and he says, "You guys were gangs, correct?" I go, "Yes, Your Honor." And he looks at me. We're in uniform. He goes, "You're the senior officer?" "Yes." "And you're junior officer? How many years do you have on?" "Tell 6 years." He goes, "I know you were upset over this." And he looks at me, and I go, "Yeah." And he says, "Look," he says, "I'm gonna tell you some things right now. As it stands today, case law in California, you have to have more reason than what you told us to get into that purse. Otherwise, you can't search the purse." And I'm looking at him like, he goes, "However, I want to be clear here. You did nothing wrong. You were very honest, and I appreciate." She looked at my partner. "You're very honest. I appreciate that. You make anything up." And she says, "No, I didn't. I thought it was a clear-cut case." He goes, "No, it's not." He says, "But here's what I want to tell you two. Please, because it's case law, please do not stop what you're doing. Please do not go in that purse, because Judge so-and-so or the Supreme Court says you can't do that, and then you give her the purse to get her ID out, and now she shoots you, or you have to shoot her. Do what you're doing. It's not illegal what you're doing. It's just unlawful what you're doing. Unlawful means they can't convict them. Illegal means the officers go to jail. He didn't tell us that, but I'm telling you that. He says it's just an unlawful search and seizure. He says it's not a big deal, but I don't want officers shot because they're worried about the Supreme Court overruling their cases. You keep doing what you're doing. He looks at my partner. You're a lady. This is a lady with a purse. It felt heavy. I can't tell you that you can go in there and get it, but you should continue to go in there and get it. And then just let the chips fall where they may, because I don't want, on my conscience, officers getting killed because I told them they can't go in that purse, and so they just let the purse sit there and somebody else gets in that purse and shoots an officer, or worse yet, there's a big shootout, everybody gets shot. And I'm going, you're right, Your Honor. It would have been ugly if she'd gotten that gun out. He goes, I know. You can see it you could see it in court. It was bleeding out the court papers that this was rife with problems if you had let that lady get in that purse. We don't know what she's going to do. I said, no, Your Honor, we don't know what she's going to do. And I was making jokes here. I said, what's the alternative? So, okay, here's your purse. Go ahead and get your ID out. Oh, by the way, go ahead and get your ID out. Is that what you want us to do? I told him that. He goes, no. I said, well, that's the only alternative. I get to say the Supreme Court says I have to do this. Okay, go ahead and get your ID out. Well, that's ridiculous. Okay, come on. He goes, yeah, you're right, but please don't. I'm only following the law. He even told us I'm a court. I'm a court officer, just like you are when we come here and do this, and I have to follow the law, and so do you. But it's a misdemeanor, and it isn't critical. You're not going to go to jail for taking that gun. I want you to keep doing what you're doing. Please do that. So he calmed her down. She was I was like, calm me down. I went, okay, Your Honor, well, we don't get too many of these. He goes, no, I wouldn't think so. No, most of the time they throw the gun or the guy's got it, but this was unique. He goes, no, it sounded like it was pretty good, pretty unique. But please don't stop what you're doing. Did a good job. Big city attorney. I want accommodation for these people. Tell them the testimony was fantastic and everything else. Don't mention the fact that the case was thrown out. Just write down how good a job they did. Would you mind doing that for me? Yes, Your Honor. Okay, thank you. Thank you, guys. See you later. Shook our hands and off he went. City attorney got our name and serial numbers. And a week or so later, we got accommodation in the mail. They read it at roll call. And we're looking at each other. And we're just going, we're getting accommodation for a case kicked out. I don't get it. Okay, you lost me on that one. But anyway, so that's one of the unique cases and the unique things that went on here is that he couldn't apply. He applied the law and he couldn't hold her to it. Really strange. But anyway, that's one of the things that go on in court. We can't take it personal. Just do your job and that's it. All right. So we'll hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you later. Bye bye.